what you're listening to is Flash Gordon Meets Buck Rogers Again by Michael A. Grimm and Jericho Kane. Yes, Admiral. I'll get the details ready for you. Roger out.
Well, Buck, what did Admiral Dickens say?
The Admiral congratulating me on a job well done for defeating Ming and capturing Killer Kane. He also wishes that he would have had the chance to meet Flash Gordon himself. It would have been a big honor for him.
I see that the Admiral is a big fan of Flash Gordon.
Yeah. Oh, the trial with Killer Kane is going to be due by tomorrow.
Glad to hear that. I can't believe Ming the Merciless killed most of Kane's men and wounded him very badly.
Yeah, but some did bother me.
What's that, Buck?
He wasn't badly hurt. Just a few scrapes and cuts. But at least he's going to the galactic prison where he belongs. So, what do you think about the Star Trek series so far?
Well, I really don't like that Captain Kirk, but I think I know where you got his charm from.
What? You think I'm like Captain Kirk? I am nothing like that guy.
I don't know. You've been flirting with alien women like he does.
Yeah, but I only put him in the friend zone. I don't sleep with them. I'm more like Captain Picard, cause I'm more focused on the mission and less on the women.
Yeah, right. Well, I do like Captain Jane Ray on Voyager. She is more devoted and determined as captain. I bet if I get promoted, I can be more like her.
Yeah, but if I become a dad, I will be more like Commander Sisko.
Are you thinking of becoming a dad?
Well, since we met Dale Arden and Professor Huer told that she was pregnant, that got me thinking, I'm not getting any younger. Well, I am older since I was asleep for like 473 years in space, and even though I look like my age is catching up on me. So I've been thinking, Wilma, will you marry me?
Wow! Buck! I never thought you were going to ask me that. Well,
Buck! Wilma! We have an emergency! Come right away!
Buddy, Professor Huer, you guys mind telling me what's going on? We've been interrupted by something important.
If there's another Star Trek episode you two are watching, you can save it for when you get back. Right now, we have a situation. Killer Kane has escaped.
What?
Well, hello, Kean. This is the first time I ever saw you behind bars.
Your Majesty, Princess Ardala, what are you doing here?
I had a message from this Ming the Merciless. He told me that you were in a galactic prison, so I'm here to bust you out. But who is this Ming the Merciless?
He's an evil ruler like me, but from the planet Mongo in the 21st century.
The 21st century? Is he about as handsome as Buck Rogers?
No, quite the opposite. And what is it with you and Buck Rogers? You know he'll never like you because you're evil and all. Buck always has his eye on that Wilma Deering girl.
That goody-two-shoes glow. Maybe if I turn over a new leaf, maybe he'll give me a chance.
We'll talk about that later, Majesty. Now get me out of here.
Okay. Don't lose your head now. Step back.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Now let's get back to Saturn to get the time machine and meet me.
What machine?
Come on.
on Killer Kane?
No, nothing yet, Wilma. Buddy? Huer? Anything?
There's nothing on the radar, Buck. Wait, I see something.
It is Kane, buddy.
Yep, it's Killer Kane's ship. But there's someone on the ship with them. Professor?
Affirmative. There is somebody in Kane's ship. It's a woman. I think it's a princess.
Princess Ardala?
I know she's going to help Kane sooner or later.
Hey, Buck, isn't that the one that had the hots for you? And tried to make you interested in her?
Don't remind me, buddy.
Sounds like Princess Aura. Dale told me about her.
Princess Aura?
She's Ming's daughter who was attracted to Flash. She tried to force Flash into loving her, but his heart belongs to Dale, so she ends up with Prince Baron.
Well, too bad there's no other prince in the entire galaxy in this century.
Yep, too bad. But one thing I have to say about Princess Ardala, for a human, what a fox!
Buddy!
I'm the same, Buck.
Well, buddy, I didn't know you're attracted to Princess Ardala.
I don't just want to say that.
Anyway, Buck, I see them heading to Saturn.
I was afraid of that.
What?
They're going to do like what Ming did. They're going through the time machine.
Oh no!
Yeah, so we need to get to them, and fast.
That's the time machine.
That's right, Your Majesty. There in 2022, Emperor Ming will be waiting for us. So you better hang on, Princess. This is going to be one hell of a ride.
Okay, I always wanted to visit Buck Rogers' time to see what's the past looks like.
Freeze right there, Kane!
You're too late, Buck. 2022, Ming the Merciless is waiting for me. Come on.
See you in your time, Buck dear. Mwah.
No!
Buck, why aren't you going through your time machine? Do you ever want to go back to your own time?
Actually, Wilma, I'd rather stay here. I'm not going back.
Surely you would like to check on anybody you know and love.
Did you ever realize why I didn't test the time machine in the first place? After Flash and Dell went back to their own time, I never thought of using it to go back to my own time. I'd rather stay here than go back.
Buck, did you ever have a family back there? Or someone that you used to love back then?
I had a girlfriend once. Her name was Ashley. When I was ready to go up into space, she broke it off.
Well, at least you can meet your mom and dad. Let them know what you've really been through instead of making them think that you were dead.
Alright, Wilma, you win. I'm going with you, Buddy, and Professor Huer into the past, and warn Flash Gordon and Dale that Killer Kane and Princess Ardala are in our time.
Cool. I'm gonna go into the past where Buck Rogers was born.
I always wondered what the past was like. Have there been any ASI in the past?
No, Professor. Most scientists are human.
Human scientist. I would love to meet one.
Alright, guys. Let's go back to the past that I left behind. Wow, that was a rough landing. Oh.
Yeah, but where are we?
You are on the planet Mongo in 2022, and I think it's best you four keep your hands up.
Wait, I know that voice.
Hey, Buck, I knew sooner or later you'd want to go back to your time.
Flash Gordon, how the heck are ya?
I'm doing good, Buck. It's good to see you again.
Well, it's good to see you too.
So, what made you come back to your time?
We did, Flash. Buck didn't want to go, but I talked to him about it.
Oh, hey, Wilma. It's good to see you.
Likewise. How's Dale?
She's good. A little cranky because my son in her belly, but she's doing good.
Can you take me to her?
Sure, I'll have one of my friends take you to her. Bill?
Yes, sir.
take Miss Wilma Deering to my wife Dale. I'm sure she'll be pleased to see her.
Okay, sir. Madam?
Thank you, Flash.
You're welcome, Wilma. Hey, buddy, Professor, it's good to see you too.
Hey, Flash!
Greetings, Flash.
Oh, hi, Wilma.
Hey, Dale. Thank you, Bill.
Yes, madam.
It's good to see you, Wilma.
Good to see you too, Dale. And how's the little one?
Still in there being stubborn just like his dad.
Really?
Yeah? Who's Princess Ardala?
She's the Princess of Saturn, the same planet where Killer Kane rules. She was madly in love with Buck Rogers. She tried her best to win his heart, but there's one thing I noticed. Buck never goes for bad girls.
Well, too bad there's no prince in your century. That would make her forget about Buck.
He escaped with the help of Princess Ardala.
So Princess Ardala remained loyal to Kane.
So, you're telling me that Killer Kane and Princess Ardala are here for Ming?
Yeah, that's right. That's why we came here to warn you.
Well, Ming is here in his own prison.
I have it complete secure, so Ming will never get out.
Oh, hey, Professor. Guys, this is Professor Han Zarkov. Zarkov, this is Buck Rogers, Buddy the Android Cadet, and Professor Huer of the AIS.
AIS? Artificial Intelligence Scientist. So, in the future, all scientists are AI? Of course, we always give people knowledge. They're eager to learn, and also teach them to follow their hearts. That is most remarkable, Professor Huer. And how to say you are my first AI scientist I've ever met. Well, you're my first human scientist I've ever met. Ho ho ho! Huer, would you like me to show you my laboratory? Ah, please do. Good. I'll take you to my lab. Why, thank you, Zarkov. My pleasure, Huer.
Flash, the security cameras. It recorded the two intruders before the Ford showed up.
Ah, good. Thun, let's go have a look. Oh, guys, this is Thun the Lionman. Thun, these are Buck Rogers and Buddy the Android Cadet.
I am Flash's loyal friend. And who was that woman who was with them?
Oh, that's Wilma Deering.
And that device Professor Zarkov took with him.
That's Professor Huer, the AIS, Artificial Intelligence Scientist.
Ah, so Buck Rogers and Buddy, come with me to the security camera.
So, Thun, how did you become a loyal friend of Flash?
Flash saved my life. When Ming tried to do experiments on me and almost erased my memories, I owe him my life.
So I see. So Ming was torturing you until Flash showed up and saved your life? So you became his companion?
Correct. So how did you become Buck Rogers' companion?
When Professor Huer and I first met Buck Rogers, we thought he was a spy for Killer Kane. But when we asked him some questions, we could tell he was telling the truth and his past. But Wilma didn't trust me. She still thinks he's a spy for Kane. But Buck proves to us that he is not a spy by defeating Kane and his animal troops. He saved all of us. I looked up to him as my hero. I would love to be like him if I was human.
For an android, you have a personality of a teenager.
Hey, that's how I program.
So, Thun, who do you see on the surveillance camera?
Just those two.
I see that's Killer Kane, but who's the lady?
Princess Ardala.
Princess? Friend of yours?
Hardly. First time she met me, she had a huge crush on me.
Really? I never thought a princess from the future has a thing for older men.
Yeah, what?
Well, since you fell asleep for 437 years, so that makes you...
474 years old.
Not bad for an old man.
Watch it, Flash. Wrong old man to be messing with, Junior.
And you said I'm old-fashioned. But anyway, tell me about this princess.
Well, she tried to get me interested in her, but she's too much of a bad girl. I didn't like bad girls. She even tried to tempt me and become her prince to rule the kingdom as her king.
Oh yeah, like Princess Aura.
Yeah, Wilma told me about her. Is she still with that, Prince Baron?
Oh yeah, happily.
Good for them. I wonder if Professor Huer and Professor Zarkov are doing.
I have to say, Zarkov, you have a very impressive laboratory. Thank you, Huer. Coming from an AIS like you, that's quite a compliment. Well, thank you. I've just heard a lot about human scientists always have laboratories. So, you AIS don't have laboratories in your century? No, in my century we were programmed to be scientists. We don't need labs. We do our experiments in our databank. Interesting. By the way, I remember the Flash Gordon told me that Ming almost killed him with his ring. That is affirmative, but Buck saved Flash's life by firing his phaser right on his hand. I'm working on a certain device that would create disturbance on Ming's power ring also, but I just cannot find the right way to get it to work yet. Oh, maybe I can help. If you plug me into your computer, I can find out what is the problem. Of course. Oh, I see you have a few viruses in your computer. You don't mind if I get rid of them, would you? No, please, be my guest. I want to rid any of them away. Okay, done. Now, let's see the problem. Ah, I've got it now. You're on the right path, except one little flaw. Allow me to get it fixed. And there you go. Let's see. Demo! A success! Oh. I am programmed to be bilingual, Professor. So watch your mouth, Ozel. Oh, right, Professor. Shit! Ming escaped!
You damn fools can't keep me in here forever!
Keep it down and you'll be free.
Ah, Killer Kane. I knew you'll bust out of your cell in the future.
Yeah, well, it didn't take long thanks to Princess Ardala.
Princess Ardala.
Over here. I am Princess Ardala. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Ming, sir.
Call me Emperor Ming, my dear. I heard of princesses in the future, but not the one so angelic as you are, my dear princess.
Oh, well, thank you, Emperor Ming.
Okay, get back. "21st century prisons, too easy. But come on, Ming, let's get out of here."
Come with me. I know where to go.
It's just how I feared. Ming is free with the help of those intruders.
Killer Kane and Princess Ardala, I presume.
I wonder why they bust Ming out of prison. I hope they're not planning something terrible.
Well, it's bad enough to have one evil ruler making a plan, but two of them? Double the trouble.
Yeah, and I bet Ming is still mad at you for shooting him in the hand.
Well, there was a reason. He was about ready to kill you.
That's true. I hope I don't get hypnotized by his power ring again.
Nor do I.
Here, you guys can take my ship.
So, this is your ship.
Yep, that's it right there. The most finest ship who took me all the way to Mongo and all the other planets.
No offense, Flash, but this ship looks really old.
Well, look who's talking.
Touché.
I have you know, sir, that I built this ship and made it sturdy enough to go from planet to planet. And I have to agree with Professor Zarkov, Buck. I looked up the history of the ship. It's a work of art. Thank you, Professor Huer. That's all you, sir, Professor.
You android cadet, do you know how to fly the ship?
Let me guess. Just because I'm an android, that means I can operate all machines?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Driving this old ship is not any different than driving the ships in the future.
Sounds good. You take it over.
Thun, You're letting the robot do the driving from now on?
Well, Flash, I get tired of flying it all the time, so I thought I would give the android a try.
Buck?
You can let Buddy fly the ship, but bear in mind, Thun, he is programmed as my cadet and officer, not as a servant.
Understood, Captain.
Call me Buck, Thun.
Okay, Buck.
It's okay, Buck. Since I'm in the past, I am willing to operate any heavy machinery from this time. What is they call these ships in your time? Flying bricks?
Well, yeah, buddy. Back then, ships were, pretty heavy. But do you know how to operate this?
Just like riding a bike, like you taught me.
What's a bike?
A non-motorized transportation that kids and grown-ups used to drive on.
I was going to tell him that.
'Cause you're a slow old man?
I give you, old man, Junior.
Buck! Hey, Buck!
Yes, Wilma, what is it? Dell! What are you doing here?
What? Decided to journey with you.
Why is that?
As you can see, Buck, since you told me about hypnotizing Flash, Dale and I decided to journey with you, just in case you need help.
Okay, you two win, but you make sure that Dell doesn't get hurt. Hate to imagine her child getting harmed.
I don't know, Buck. You told me about how pregnant women can be very strong due to adrenaline and that in your histories.
Well, yeah, but...
And besides, you proposed to me and didn't give me enough time to give you the answer.
Oh yeah, I was about ready to ask you that question, but I don't know how you are going to answer now.
Let's just say that I will give you my answer after this whole mission is over. I hate to imagine if Ming used it towards you, Buck. Killer Kane would have the opportunity to kill you where you stand.
Fair enough.
Is everybody ready to go?
Yeah, sure. Let's get started, buddy.
Thanks, Flash. Let's rock and roll!
Rock and roll?
Old Earth slang. Probably learned it from Buck. And by the way, you popped the question with Wilma? Never thought you would be robbing the cradle, old man.
Oh, go focus on the Force with Yoda, Mr. Star Wars fan.
Maybe I will, Captain Trekkie.
Boy, let's focus on our mission here, shall we?
Yeah, sorry, Dale.
Right, ma'am.
I never thought I would see those two fight before.
I've seen Flash start a fight with his brother over the Star Wars prequel. He seemed to like it better.
I've said it once, and I will say it again. It's always men and their love for science fiction. Anyway, buddy, you can start now.
Thanks, Wilma.
Here we go. I have to admit, you're really good at flying the ship, buddy.
Why, thank you, Thun. It's no different than operating a ship from the future.
Does anybody know where Ming, Killer Kane, and Princess Ardala are heading?
It looks like they're heading towards the old arena and Mongo.
Maybe he's trying to find noble warriors to battle against us.
If there were any noble warriors there, then we should have known about this.
Maybe with the help of Killer Kane and Princess Ardala, they probably contacted those who are still loyal to that Ming guy.
That's possible, Buck.
Maybe Killer Kane have a high-tech communicator from our future, so Ming can communicate with better channels. Possible.
Right. Buddy, take us all down and land.
Yes, Flash.
What's your plan, Flash?
You guys are right about one thing. Ming does have loyal troops on his side. So, I think we should split up into pairs and look all around the arena in order to get Ming and Killer Kane. So, Buck, you're with me.
Okay, Flash.
I would rather stay here on the ship with Professor Huer, so we could start up the engine when you guys come back. I agree with him.
Alright, Dale, you're with Wilma.
Okay, Flash, ready for the journey with me, Wilma?
Of course. I've learned a lot about labor, so just in case your child is ready, I'll be here to help.
Good to know.
Good thing you learned that, Wilma. Thun, you're going with Buddy.
Really? I never teamed up with an android before.
Well, I never teamed up with a Lionman. I always teamed up with Buck and Wilma, but not you, Thun. So this will be my first time.
Well, it's the first time for everything, guys. Okay.
Right. On we go.
I hope you know what you are doing, Dale.
Oh, trust me, Wilma. I'm not as weak and as helpless as you think. Sometimes I figure things out before Flash notices.
So I have Buck. But I'm talking about going for another mission while being pregnant.
Well, as Flash always says, don't tell me the situation. I know what I'm doing.
Right, Dale.
There, I got you, buddy. Thank goodness I was there, or else your circuits would have been busted.
Thank you, Thun.
So tell me, buddy, you're from the future. What happens to my people in the future?
Oh, the Lion people? Well, thanks to Flash, the most people on Earth made peace with the Lion people. And then we had an encounter with the Tiger people.
The Tiger people? The cousins from my planet?
I'm afraid so. They really didn't like Earth, and they wanted to conquer Earth, but the Lion people rebelled against them and teamed up with Earth. After that battle, the Tiger people sided with the Killer Kane.
I will remember that for my future generations of people.
Yeah, but thanks to Buck Rogers, we almost lost until he showed up and guided us to victory. So now the Tiger people have declared us as sworn enemies to both of them, and people from Saturn like Killer Kane.
I see. Thank you for the information, buddy.
Anytime, Thun.
So, Buck, tell me, how does your suit light up?
Oh, you mean my trans suit? It's attached to my hovering disc, as I explained before. And also, it gives me force field when I'm going up into space or driving into lava.
Wow, that's very high tech. But where'd you put the batteries?
My suit doesn't run on batteries. It runs on these.
Looks like a bunch of little sky blue glowing sticks in the shape of rectangle bricks from Tetris.
They're fuel cells. They last for like 24 hours, and that's why I carry spares in case if I run out.
Which I'm afraid you're going to miss them, fellas.
Huh?
What? Now is your chance to kill him.
No, my fellow Kane. I have a better idea.
What is that, Ming?
Since we have them in the arena, I think it's time we should put on a show to see which of them is the best. But first, I think we should capture our prisoners first, and then we should get things ready for our show.
I like the way you think, Ming. And to make it fair fight, I will remove Buck Rogers' fuel cells from his trans suit.
Good idea. Don't want them to plan their escape by flying out of here. I have to say, it's been a long time since I hosted a tournament.
Ugh, my head. Buck, where are you?
Over here. Man, it's been so long since I've been knocked out. My head.
Same here. Buck, what's wrong with your suit? It's not lighting up. Looks like a one-piece black bodysuit with leather boots.
Huh? Oh, damn! He took the fuel cells out of my suit. Without it, I cannot fly or anything.
Well, this brings back memories.
People of Mongol, what we have here is a fight for the centuries between two greatest champions throughout time and space. And here we have the man with no introduction, Flash Gordon! And his opponent for today is a man from the 25th century, Buck Rogers!
Where is Dale and the other Ming?
Don't worry about your friends. They're right here, in good hands with my men.
Flash?
Dale.
Wilma! One false move, and you will suffer the death of your friends.
And you, Killer Kane, out of everybody you teamed up with, you and Ardala had to team up with this egotistical, murdering madman like Kane.
Sorry, Buck. Ever since I met him, I thought he was an old fool, but I realize me and him are very much alike. And one thing Ming and I have in common, we both have guys like you two always getting in the way of succeeding in our victory.
Maybe if you ever gave me a chance, I would have spared you from all of its torments and you have been my king. We rule both Saturn and Earth together, but instead, you choose this mousy soldier girl.
Well, it's good to know that Buck here is a good judge of character.
Why, thank you, Flash. But what's the meaning of all this, Ming?
You see, since you gentlemen are like champions, Killer Kane and I decided to make a wager. Which one of you is the best? So, for this arena, it is Flash Gordon versus Buck Rogers. Place your bets.
I can't move.
Neither can I.
First off, let's see how good they are with weapons. Lasers and phasers ready.
This is remarkable. Every time they fire their phasers, their beams keep hitting each other. It's not even hitting anywhere near their bodies.
I guess their weaponry and their marksmanship are equally matched. Let's see how they are with combat skills.
Great. You want us to fight. What fighting skills have you been training to?
Years in Harvard, I was captain of the Karate Club, Kung Fu Club, and Taekwondo Club. What about you?
Years in the Air Force. I was trained in karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Enough talking, now fight!
I'm not really a betting man, but I've got 50 on Flash Gordon.
I'll take that, Ranger. You're on.
Come on, Flash. You can win this fight.
Got him! Got him! Where do you want him?
Body!
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Dale.
Yeah, sorry, Wilma.
These Earthmen fight very well.
Yeah, so call it a draw.
Not yet. I'm raising the stakes. Wondering how Buck is with swords.
Oh, great swords. I bet you mastered sword fighting skills.
Of course. In Harvard, I mastered fencing, wudang swords, and kinjitsu. What about you?
Sadly, in the military, they never taught their troops about sword fighting skills.
Alright, men. Let's sword fight.
I see Buck Rogers is no good with a sword. Although we do fine sword fighting. Old school, but very effective.
We all learn how to fight with a sword in this century.
You think we have enough? Ming and Kean? I think it's time we should stop now.
Silence, princess! This game isn't over until they are dead!
Professor, do you think it's time we should use our device to be invented? Duh, Professor. I think now is the time before Flash kills Buck.
Buck, please forgive me when I kill you with this sword.
It's not your fault. It's Ming's doing. I just hope you survive after this.
Now, Professor Huer. I'm on it, Professor. Got it.
What's happening? Who's messing with my machines?
Buck, we're free.
Good. I would have been dead by your sword by now. Just for a moment. Wait a minute. Knives!
Knives?
In the military, they didn't teach us how to use a sword, but they did teach us how to do sneak attacks with a knife and knife throwing.
We're free! Come on, buddy. Let's kick some butts.
I'm with you on that, Thun.
Alright, let's get out of here. Dale, how are you feeling? Good, because I think it's time to get out of here. Follow me, Dale. I got you covered.
Professors?
Duh, yes?
I think you two should come with us. I'm afraid I might need you to.
Hey, Buck. I noticed that Killer Kane removed the fuel cell from your suit. Thank goodness I had a couple of spares.
Thanks, buddy. Now I can start flying.
You are now lighting up like a Christmas tree, Buck.
Thank you, Flash. I think.
And I brought some phasers for you guys.
Thanks, Thun.
I wonder where Ming and Cain ran off to.
All I want is to get rid of Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers so I could conquer and destroy Earth. Is that too much to ask?
I know how you feel, Ming.
Well, maybe if you kill their friends like I told you, they wouldn't escape.
That is enough, Princess.
Yeah, since Flash was about ready to kill Buck, you were telling me to stop the fight. You're no different than my daughter, Princess Aura. She was madly in love with Flash Gordon, too, and almost had her executed for treason until she escapes with that Prince Baron. But I have to say, Princess Ardala, you're so beautiful and very attractive. Maybe I should force you to marry me and have you as one of my brides.
That's enough, Ming. Back off.
Silence, Killer Kane! No one tells me to back off! Maybe I should kill you where you are, Kane, and take your princess as my bride.
No, I won't let you do it.
That was a warning shot. Now hold it, all of you.
Thank God you two showed up. Ming was planning to kill Kean and force me to marry him.
Trying to marry you, huh? Same old Ming.
I never thought I would save my old nemesis from an attempted murder. You keep your hands up, Ming. It's over.
It hasn't even begun, Buck Rogers.
Flash grenade!
My eyes! Ugh, I hate when it does that. He's gone. Ming is gone. He might be gone for now, but he'll be back. And when he does, we'll be ready for him.
As for you, Kane,
I surrender, Buck. I've had enough of this century. I want to go back home to the 25th century.
and you, Princess?
I'm with Kean. This century is just way too much for me.
Flash! Flash! Flash!
Yes, buddy, what is it?
I just got a message from Wilma, your wife. Bill just gave birth.
What? Rick is born?
That's Rick, Flash.
You go on ahead, Flash. I'll take care of the rest.
Thanks, Buck. Buddy, take me to them quickly.
Yes, sir, Flash.
Here, Buck, let me help you.
Oh, thank you, Thun.
Congratulations, Flash. You are now a daddy.
Let's see. Hi there, Rick. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you Rick Gordon, my son.
I knew your water broke as soon as you arrived on this ship.
I helped out any way that I could. I might be a scientist, but I am also a trained physician. And I have to say, as a trained physician, you did pretty darn good job. Could have done better myself if I had hands. Well, thank you, Professor Huer. After all this, how could we celebrate? Over some vodka? That sounds good, but sadly, as an AI, I cannot consume alcohol. But I still could try to join you. Good. That means more vodka for me.
Well, Flash, I had to say, the fine.
The what?
A Hebrew word that he learned from Buck. It means to life.
I didn't know you speak Hebrew.
Not really. I just like saying that.
Here you go, Dale. Okay, Rick, time to go back with your mommy. Oh, by the way, Buck, before you showed up, I did something for you.
Oh yeah, Flash? What did you do?
After I got home doing our visit in the 25th century, I took the liberty of finding your parents. I could contact them and let them know about you.
Oh, no, Flash, you really didn't have to do that.
Oh, come on, Buck. You've been away for so long, I think it's time that you reunited with your family.
I thought I left that behind. But since you put it that way, I'm ready.
It's awfully nice for Mr. Gordon to invite us here for dinner.
Yeah, hon, but I don't understand why. Out of everybody in the world, how can this legendary space hero like Flash Gordon invite us here?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Buck?
Son!
Where have you been? It's been a while, and why are you dressed in your glowing uniform?
Yeah, son, the military declared you dead. Although I did have a feeling you're not. I didn't know why, but something tells me that you are not dead.
I guess I'll give an explanation. Well, here it goes. You see, when I was in space, a meteor shower showed up on my ship, and it froze everything, and I drifted into a cryosleep until I woke up in the 25th century.
The 25th century?
Well, son, you boldly go where no one has gone before. In the future. What did you do when you were in the future?
That is my question also.
Well, it turns out that our people are not winning against our enemies from the future. So I stood them in the right path and started teaching them about the past and history. With the help of an AIS, Artificial Intelligence Scientist, and my android cadet, and my first officer commander.
Who was your commander?
Hey, Buck! I got Killer Kane and Princess Ardala. They are holding cells, ready to take them back to the future.
Oh, thanks for telling me, Wilma. Mom, Dad, this is my first officer commander, Wilma Deering. Wilma, this is my mom and my dad.
Oh, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Rogers. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Wilma.
He takes care of us. We wouldn't survive and win many battles if it wasn't for your son. So if you excuse me, it's nice to meet you too.
Wilma?
I have to say, she's a very lovely. I can tell she's really likes you, son. Ever ask her out?
Dad! I asked her out more than once. To tell you the truth, I'm going to ask her the important question of all until we got interrupted.
Well, son, when you and her are going back into the future, start asking that question, cause I don't want you to continue on protecting the future all by yourself.
Ashley?
Ashley? Why is she here?
Since you were gone, and your relationship had come to an end, she's been a big help with us to cope with our grief.
Really? She really didn't have to do that.
We told her as much, so we thought it was only right to let her know you were still alive.
Buck!
Hi, Ashley.
Well, I think your father and I will leave you two alone. It is good to see you again, son.
Yeah, you make us very proud, son. See you around.
Where have you been, Buck? When they told me you're not dead, I thought they were still grieving.
Well, I didn't disappear on purpose. What really happened is when I went up into space, I went through a meteor wave, and it put my ship into a cryostasis. And when I woke up in the 25th century.
If you woke up in the future, how did you get back here to the present?
Let's just say that Flash found a time machine.
So you met and teamed up with Flash Gordon?
Has anybody in this century never heard of him?
Well, ever since he went up in space with Dale Arden and Professor Zarkov, they went back to Earth along with their alien friends, so now Flash became quite a legend here.
Well, he went through the time machine and met me, and we started teaming up when his enemy, Ming, started taking over the future.
So is the future kind of like your favorite show, Star Trek?
More or less. They haven't invented transporters yet.
And are you living your dream like Captain Kirk or Captain Pickard?
Well, I wouldn't say Captain Kirk because
We're just about ready. Are you ready?
I'm just about ready, Wilma. I'm just patching things up. Oh, Ashley, this is my first officer, Commander Wilma Deering. Wilma, this is Ashley.
Hello.
Hello.
So you're Ashley. Buck told me all about you. It's nice to meet you. I will wait until you're ready.
Thank you, Wilma.
So, Wilma is your first officer, Commander.
Yeah, she helped me out whenever I needed help.
Do you like her?
What made you ask that question?
I can tell the way she looks at you and the same way you look at her.
Well, she ain't the only one who helped me out in the future. I had an AIS, Artificial Intelligence Scientist, and an android cadet who looks up to me as a mentor.
So, in the future, you have an AI and a robot in your missions. At least you have somebody who's human, like your first officer commander. The only reason why I'm asking you this is because I don't want you to be alone in the future.
Well, thank you for asking, and yes, I do like her a lot. I'm thinking about asking her the question.
Well, I'm happy for you, Buck. And good luck. Goodbye, Buck.
So, Buck, how did it go?
Good. Pretty good. But next time, if you want me to reunite with my family, ask me first. Not only did I got reunited with my mom and dad, I also got reunited with my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Buck.
It's okay. I thought it was for the best for them to think that I am dead. But I think it was the right time for them to let them know I'm not. Did you start the time machine?
No, I thought you did.
David says, I am John Carter Bassoon, also known as Mars. This lovely, silver-clad, futuristic space lady with me is one Miss Barbarella.
Peace, my fellow spaceman.
Now what?